All right, we've got one brief bench warrant arraignment, which we'll address here momentarily, and we'll spend the day getting ready for next week. But we'll bring this person in with the public defender. Colleen is always the first one in. Good afternoon. Answer is death of an unpopular poet. Or Banana Republics. As Steve Goodman wrote. All right, the defendant's in the waiting room at the jail. We're waiting for the public defender to join us here any minute. Good afternoon, Mr. Kling. Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Are you Michael Scott Kling?
Yes, I am.
All right, this room isn't ideal, but I can see it looks like you're at the end of a long tunnel. The magistrate saw you earlier on some other cases, and I've got several other things they brought to my attention. The chief public defender, Mr. Keith Stickley, is with us. Michael, last I knew you were in Plainwell somewhere. How did you come to get arrested on these charges?
For what?
Well, how did you end up in St. Joe County Jail today?
Oh, I was actually in Portage, and I got picked up over there because I have warrants. But I was at Meyer actually. I did some Christmas shopping. I forgot a couple things. I ran up. I parked in their fire lane, and they called the police. Actually.
All right. So you got picked up in Portage last night?
Yep.
And they brought you down here on these warrants?
Yes. Actually, I was going to come down here today and take care of the warrants. I have enough money for the bench warrant fees and the one over in Allegan I had for child support. And I actually need to just get to my phone so I can give everybody their money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a bunch of things. You got several unpaid ordinance civil infractions that we're not going to really deal with much here today, but you got charged on November 2nd of 2021 with having an unlicensed dog. You missed several court appearances, and Luke Knopfinger was your lawyer. I appointed an attorney for you and set a attorney pretrial, and you didn't come. That was in September. So we were trying to resolve everything in September 1st, and I did a bench warrant, did a hold on it. Well, you didn't show up. So there's a $250 bond in that one. File 231718, you're charged with no valid operator's license on a moped. Luke Knopfinger is your lawyer, same thing. You didn't show up several times. You got arrested this summer. I did a attorney pretrial. You didn't show up, and so the bench warrant issued. Then there is a charge of driving with a suspended license from August 25th of 2022, which is start of the same moped case. And that case, same thing. Luke Knopfinger was your lawyer. We several failures to appear. This thing's about 5 pages long. And I did a hold, I waited 24 hours, did a show cause, you didn't show up, and a warrant issued. So that's 3.
Yeah.
Then there's 4, no insurance, same thing, August 25th of 2022. And Luke Knopfinger was your lawyer, he didn't show up. You also got some newer charges that the magistrate saw you on from July 12th of 2023, where you got charged with driving suspended second offense. So that's when I saw you back in August. and appointed Luke Knopfinger. Well, you didn't show
Yes.
up for that either. You've also got some unpaid fines and costs. I'm going to take care of one of those. You got an old unpaid trespass from January of last year for the city of Sturgis in front of Judge Pattison. I'm going to give you 2 days credit 1 and take care of that. That's 23135 fail to pay fine and costs. 2 days credit 1. I'm going to wipe out all the fines and costs. Now, I can't wipe out all your civil infraction fines because they're not crimes, they're civil infractions. So I can't put you in jail for not paying a civil infraction. I want to get these cases all back on track. Some of these are all under state statute. And you left town and basically we only catch you in snippets when you get picked up for something else. One of these is from 21. Several of these are from 2022. Then you have some new charges from 2023. So altogether, I think you got about 8 cases. Thanksgiving is coming up. My next attorney pretrial isn't until December 1st. I'm going to try to set this for Wednesday. Let's see what I've got. See if I can get Mr. Knopfinger to help with this.
Yeah.
No, I set landlord tenant stuff. See about Tuesday. Well, let me ask you a couple of questions while I'm trying to figure out where to put this. Where are you living?
I'm staying at my parents' old house, actually. My brother and I are getting it together, trying to sell it. I'm looking for.
And where is that house?
It's in Otsego.
In Otsego?
Yes.
Are you working?
McGonagall's in Kalamazoo.
Say that again.
McGonagall's in Kalamazoo.
Oh, yeah. All right. You worked there before. Are you still there?
Yeah, I actually, that's what brought me down to Sturgis. I was working for Ron and he asked me to open the restaurant on Omina Lake. So, yeah, I just went back.
Well, the original McGonagall's closed. Where is your McGonagall's?
Well, the original, actually, I went back to the original, that's in Kalamazoo. There used to be one in Kalamazoo, one in Otsego. We had one in Battle Creek, and then there was the one in Sturgis. We ended up closing the one in Sturgis and the one in Otsego. So.
Where is the one in Kalamazoo?
East Main.
I'm not familiar. It used to be on Stadium Drive.
Oh, different restaurant, different restaurant group. I know where you're talking about, and I used to live just down the street from there when I went to Valley. But yeah. No, this one's right on East Main. The guy that owns it actually opened Players Sports Lounge.
Well, your driver's license is suspended. Did you get charged with driving offenses in Portage?
No, I wasn't driving. I actually pulled up into the fire lane. I forgot a couple things and I went in to get them and they just closed. And so I went back to the truck and the next thing I know, I had the police there and I'm going,
Did they charge you with a retail fraud or anything, or they just picked you up on these warrants?
No, I just paid it. I just went Christmas shopping, actually. I just dropped $1,000 in their store and I just forgotten 2 things. So I ran
All right,
out and I
well,
thought maybe I could.
did they charge you with a larceny charge in Portage?
For what? Didn't steal anything.
Well, no, so there was no retail fraud or anything in Portage?
No, no.
All right, no driving
I-
charge, no retail fraud.
I literally pulled into the fire lane because I just spent $1,000 Christmas shopping. I went out to my.
Well, it's good you got money to spend on Christmas in early
No, I had
November when you
money-
got thousands of dollars worth of unpaid fines and costs and bond.
Good. I would have been at all these hearings had I screwed up. I apologize, Your Honor. I had a warrant nail again, and I had to pay that. That's why I didn't show up to court. I'll be honest. Because I would have came in for the stuff here, and then I would have went to jail anyway. I'm trying to keep a job, so I have some money that I can spend for Christmas, so I can pay my bills and buy a new house because I had mine stolen over in Sturgis. I'm just trying to take care of all this shit from back then. I have the money to pay for that, my warrants and pay the people over in Allegan. I just got that yesterday. And I can't even get to my damn phone to pay these people.
Well, do you have a hold on you from Allegan?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
That's why I missed court. This is exactly why I missed court the last time, because I knew I was gonna end up in the fucking jail. I couldn't get out of the damn place, and I couldn't pay anything. Because I'm an inmate, I'm nothing but low-life trash.
I wouldn't have put you in jail except for the fact that you show up about 20% of the time when you're supposed to, but
No,
you're pretty
usually I do
straightforward.
show
You
up.
didn't show up because you had an open warrant from another jurisdiction and
That's
you didn't
why.
want to get arrested. Now they arrested you in Portage. They brought you here. They have a hold on you on another charge in Allegan. So
Just for
I'm
support,
trying
I
to
have
figure out
no
where
way.
to put this because I don't want to just leave you in jail until December 1st.
I have the money to get out.
We have only a 3-day week next week, and I was trying to look and see whether your lawyer was scheduled to be here for anything.
I can go meeting. I just want this shit taken care of. I really do.
Yes,
I mean-
I don't disagree with that.
I'm trying to buy a new house and start a new life, and I can't because I'm just hung. I just feel trapped. I have enough money to pay off Allegan right now. I have enough money to pay whatever the warrant or fine warrants are here, and then we can figure out how much I'm gonna owe you after. But I can't sit here in jail and lose my job. That's why I didn't show up last time, and here I sit in jail.
Well, I am conscious of that, but I can't set this. I'm gonna set it for an attorney pretrial via Zoom
Correct.
for November 29th at 1:30. I did wipe out one fine and cost you owe,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do.
and we'll do all these other ones. The bonds are $100,
Alright.
$250, $250, $250. You're very generous. You paid $1,000 worth of Christmas gifts. You could have used it to post these bonds.
Well,
We will
I'm very-
address this, hopefully, at inconvenience to everybody else on Wednesday, November 29th at 1:30. So I'll see you then.
All right, whatever.
Keith, he's got additional problems. He's got the other case with a $500 bond on it. He's got a hold on him. I didn't want him to go to Allegan and then have to writ him back here. So Wednesday's the best I can do. It's not going to be very convenient for Luke or the prosecutor, but I did wipe out that one's trespass.
Yeah, there's not much we could do on the other one, so.
All right. I couldn't figure out who he was from your email, and I finally
I apologize.
but I know this guy. He had a bunch of zoning cases in Sturgis, and I'm not sure what I was dealing with right there. We'll see how his state of mind is after a few days in jail. And I'm not convinced he's actually working at McGonagall's. We may call up there and see. But at any rate, we'll set all these for next Wednesday at 1:30. Thank you for your help.
Yep, have a good day. Have a good weekend.
Almost at the end. Thanks. All right, I think that finishes everything we have for this week. Was a short week since I took Monday as a holiday. Next week is a 3-day week, and we're going to do 5 days worth of work in 3 days. In the meantime, everyone have a nice weekend. And we will be back on Monday morning with a number of matters.